The shadow that moves with you, the lesson of self-acceptance. There's something about shadows we rarely talk about. They follow us everywhere, quietly, faithfully, without asking for permission. You don't invite them, you don't control them, and yet they never leave. Part 1. The instinct to run as children. We were afraid of shadows, the way they stretched across the wall, the way they moved when we moved, the way they seemed alive. So we learned to turn on the lights, to look away, to pretend they weren't there. But as we grow older, the shadows don't disappear. They just change form. They become part of us we don't want others to see. Our fears, our doubts, our regrets, the mistakes we wish we could erase, the thoughts we don't say out loud. And so, we run, we stay busy, we fill our days with noise, we become someone we think the world will accept. But no matter how far we go, the shadow keeps moving with us. Part 2. The longer you run. There's something interesting about shadows. The faster you run, the longer they become. The more you try to hide, the more they stretch behind you. Quiet, persistent, unavoidable. In life, this is the exhaustion we don't talk about. The pressure to be perfect, to always be strong, to never show weakness, to be everything except what we truly are. And slowly, we begin to feel tired. Not because life is heavy, but because we are carrying a version of ourselves that was never meant to last. Part 3. Stopping for the first time. But something changes the moment you stop. When you stop running, the shadow no longer stretches behind you. It comes closer, it softens, it settles right beneath your feet. And for the first time, you can actually see it. Not as something frightening, but as something familiar. You begin to realize that shadow is not your enemy. It is a part of you that has been waiting to be seen. Part 4. The courage to accept. Self-acceptance is not about becoming perfect. It's about no longer needing to hide. It's about looking at your shadow and saying, I see you. Not just the parts you're proud of, but also the parts you've been running from. The insecurity, the fear, the quiet loneliness. Because the truth is, the moment you stop rejecting yourself, you stop needing the world to constantly approve of you. And something very quiet happens. You feel lighter. Not because the shadow disappears, but because you are no longer carrying it as a burden. Part 5. Walking with your shadow. The shadow will always be there. On bright days, it walks beside you. In the dark, it disappears into you. But it never leaves. And maybe it was never meant to. Because a life without shadow is a life without light. So if there's a part of you you've been trying to hide, maybe today, you don't need to fix it. Maybe you just need to stop running. 1 cup of coffee and 1 quiet truth. Peace begins when you stop running from yourself.